Fellow workers, today we stand not just as observers of history, but as its architects. Our labor has built nations. Our unity has moved mountains. Yet, as greed erodes the dignity of work, we face a crossroads, not just as people, but as a class. Work is the heartbeat of humanity, shaping civilization and determining our planet's fate. We gather not merely in celebration, but in defiance, honoring the hands that till the soil, the minds that innovate, and the spirits that refuse to break. We are the architects of wealth, the guardians of justice, and the living proof that another world is possible. This May Day arrives at a critical moment. It is not just a tribute to toil and sacrifice, but a reckoning, a time to demand justice, reclaim our rights, and fight for Nigeria rooted in equity and democracy. It is a day to challenge those in power to lift the crushing weight of economic hardship and give our nation a chance to rise. These days 10, reclaiming the civic space in the midst of economic hardship calls us to defend democracy, resist repression, and rebuild Nigeria on justice. The civic space where voices challenge injustice and demand accountability is under siege. Policies are imposed without workers' input. Protests are met with brutality, and dissent is criminalized. We are threatened because we dare to speak against hardship, insecurity, and indignity. Comrades, since silence is a surrender, if we do not reclaim the civic space, democracy will crumble, and our hope for social justice will vanish. We must unite with the youth, women, and civil society to save this nation. In this economic storm, the civic space is our lifeline, the arena to redirect governance. Neoliberalism and anti-worker policies loom large, but we cannot falter. As Karl Marx warned, the emancipation of the working class must be the act of the working class itself. Our task is clear: unite, organize, engage, and reject division. Embrace solidarity, reject fear, embrace courage, reject despair, embrace hope. We must push back against forces dragging Nigeria downwards. The ingredients we endure, job insecurity, stagnant wages, unsafe workplaces, will persist unless we reclaim the civic space. It is our platform to challenge the powers that seek to silence us. Today, we stand to celebrate labor and to reclaim our voice. We must rebuild justice for the rubble of self-interest. The state is meant to protect the people, but seems paralyzed by pegs of power. So we support it to salvage our nation. This May Day, we declare the civic space belongs to the people. It is where voices must be heard, demands met, and struggle won. Attempts to shrink it is not advisable. Workers have always driven progress from the 8-hour work day to living wages. Yet our rights, freedoms, and unions are under attack. Precarious work, starvation wages, and repression seek to break us, but we remain unbowed, unbroken. Without workers, there is no society. Without labor, there is no development. Workers are criminalized for demanding fair pay. Dissent is crushed. Law silence protests, but we must march on. This is a call. Engage, organize, mobilize. Labor must shape policy, reject elite enrichment at the masses' expense, fight stagnant wages amid soaring costs, hold leaders accountable amidst economic hardship. We must rebuild democracy. Workers fought for independence against dictatorship, fought democracy, for we must rescue it from repression. Reclaiming civic space means demanding policies for the people, not the privileged. Governance must serve, not oppress. Politicians cannot decide without the people.
Protocols observed. Honorable President of NSC and TDC, Nigerian workers, happy May Day to you all.
Thank you, sir.
When Obama wanted to become the President of the United States of America, many people, even including blacks, thought that it was impossible. But Obama, he knew that it was possible. I want to ask this question. Is it possible for Nigeria to give Nigerians free education at all levels?
Yes, it's possible.
Yes, it's possible.
Very possible.
Is it possible for Nigeria as an OPEC, oil-producing country, to have refineries that work?
It's possible. It's possible, sir.
Is it possible for Nigeria and Nigerians to have social housing for all Nigerians?
It's possible. It's possible, sir.
If Libya did it under Gaddafi, if Burkina Faso nearby is giving now free education to all Burkinabes, Nigeria with God endowed human and natural resources, can Nigeria not give free education at all levels?
They can.
What is wrong with us? Why is it impossible for us to have 24-hour light in Nigeria? Why is it impossible for us in Nigeria to have free or affordable health system for all Nigerians? Why should the children of hunters be eating bones? Why should the children of farmers be eating peelings of yam? In most African countries, the heads of state will come to May Day to address the workers of their country. Why is it impossible? Why has it become impossible for Nigerian heads of state to come and address Nigerian workers on May Day? Is there anything wrong with us? Why is Nigeria not safe for Nigerians? Why are we becoming, as Nigerians, the poverty capital of the world? Our political leaders, please wake up. Oh. Let our political leaders wake up. You are not giving us good leadership. You are failing Nigerians. If you are tired, get out of the way.
Yes.
Let the youth take over. Thank God we are Nigerians. We are not going to run away. Nigeria deserves peace and prosperity. Nigeria deserves good governance. A lot of corruption, we have to stop it. Nigeria needs justice from our law courts. We are giving too much money to our politicians. We need political restructuring through federalism. God bless Nigeria and thank you very much.
Nigeria, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment, Your Excellency, the Secretary of Government, Your Excellencies, the representatives of the Senate President and Speaker of House of Representatives, and of course, number one labor personality in Nigeria, the head of service of the Federation. The President of NLC and TUC, members of National Assembly, Honorable Ministers of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Nigerian workers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be in your midst today as your guest of honor for the 2025 May Day rally in solidarity with Nigerian workers. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to the NLC, TUC, and their affiliates for inviting me to share in this significant occasion with you. As we celebrate Workers' Day, a day dedicated to honoring the backbone of our nation, the workers. Distinguished leaders of the respected Nigerian workers, comrades, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for the passionate and thought-provoking theme you have chosen for this year's May Day celebration, reclaiming the civic space in the midst of economic hardship. This is apt, as it truly resonates two profound challenges we face as a society: the right to be heard and the struggle to survive. Today, as we gather to commemorate Workers' Day 2025, we are reminded once again that this is more than just a gathering, but it is a day of reflection, of solidarity, and of commitment to the dignity in labor and of labor. My dear esteemed and committed Nigerian workers, as your Minister of Labor and Employment, let me say this clearly: your voices are heard, your concerns are valid, and your resilience is deeply respected. This administration is committed to the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President for a new Nigeria, and very soon we will be there. Dear Nigerian workers, as a government, we do not deny the weight of the economic hardship many citizens are currently facing. Inflation, unemployment, and social inequality are not just statistics.
you.